Oh man, it's time to talk about annoying people, I guess. And by annoying people, I mean haters in every aspect. But in the aspect that I want to talk about is the music aspect, TikTok bans. There's always that one person or group of people that just have nothing to offer other than negativity and negativity. If you know the app TikTok, which I think most of you know me from, then you know that there is a comment section just like YouTube, just like Instagram, just like Twitter. But really, whenever you talk about any type of music or any band that's coming up right now and you enjoy them and you talk about them on TikTok, there's going to be one comment that's just going to call them TikTok bans. Now, what is a TikTok ban? What is a TikTok ban? Now, when people say TikTok ban, they say this in a very negative way. They want to insult you. They want to insult your intelligence and your music knowledge. They think that you can only find music on TikTok, which, by the way, TikTok is a music app. Now, let me try to make this as simple as possible for people that may not understand what a TikTok band is. How do you blow up on TikTok? How do you become a band and succeed? Basically, a TikTok band is just like any other band. It's a band trying to come up, make some good music, but they post it online hoping that it gets some traction so that they can create a fan base, and boom, you blown up. Now that might seem confusing. How do you put a song and then your song blows up on TikTok? That doesn't make any sense. How does it get to people? How does it really just reach ears? And really what it comes down to is whenever you're a band and you have a song, you put that song on TikTok, whether it's a 1-minute clip of the song or something like that, 30-second clip, doesn't matter. It's your song, right? And when your song is on there, if it's catchy, if it has a vibe, if it's just a good song, really, if it's just a good song, then maybe it'll catch on. A lot of younger generation people will use it. Maybe even older people will use it. That's really how a band blows up, is really making good music. Now, for the older heads that watch me, I know there's some people that are above my age, 22, that watch me. I appreciate you. You're kind of hearing this and you're like, oh wow, a band can blow up kind of easily if the music's good and if there's a vibe, if there's an image of the band, you know. You might be thinking, wow, it seems like you don't even need a record label. And you're right in some instances. But for some reason, I feel like there's a lot more haters than appreciators when it comes to this method of online marketing. There's so many people in the comments trying to diminish a band for trying to be a bigger band and succeed and achieve their dreams. And oh man, just so many things. It makes no sense. Why would you not want a band to succeed? I understand music is subjective, but if there's a lot of people that listen to the music, it's probably good to somebody. It's probably popular for a reason. You know, whenever things are popular, people do feel negative and they just get tired of it, really. Just like anything, honestly. And I want to say this negativity happens usually whenever a fan talks about their favorite bands. And when you talk about those bands, there's people in the comments already labeling them as TikTok bands. Really, now that I think about it, it's just people not liking bands that blow up online. Stupid, so stupid. This is where it really grinds my gears. We live in an era where we can use TikTok, for example, to just make a fan base. I feel like people don't understand it's hard to make a fan base. I feel like a bunch of people think it's really easy to just blow up and do all this stuff, but in reality, it's so not that easy to do. It's easier to create huge, big fan bases without a record label, and that's very different and important and amazing with internet, really. I mean, you don't have record labels taking a percentage of what you created and I'm not saying all record labels are terrible, because there are benefits, but there are benefits of being independent as well. And being independent, you do keep all your money from all the music you're making. There's no deadline dates for an album or an EP or a single or anything like that. You can just make music when you want to make music. You can go to shows, play live, but the good thing about online marketing, about TikTok, is the fact that it provides so many great opportunities. Like, you'll have more opportunities to play at festivals. You'll have opportunities to play shows in different states or even countries. There can possibly be more interviews for the band, talking about the music, talking about the process, all of that. Oh, and the bigger you get, man, you could probably just get a better engineer, a better producer. You can just provide so much more utilities for the band to make them succeed even more and have a prolonged career. I will admit that record labels do help. I mean, record labels aren't just taking all your money and doing nothing, you know. There's expectations, yeah, and that can be kind of annoying or all this stuff, but you sign a contract, you got to make an album at a certain time, they give you a budget. It's just all this stuff, you know, but there's positive and negatives, but I'm just looking at it like online communities are so special. I feel like it's so much more satisfying to create a fan base when you know you did it on your own or with the band, obviously. And I will say there's always those people that just want the fame and recognition rather than making good music, which I think is so stupid and dumb, because if your goal is to be a famous musician, then the music has to be good. If you only focus on the fame, that's just going to distract you. That's just going to make your project sound so lazy, unmotivated, and downright terrible. So if you want to call a band a TikTok band, sure, call them a TikTok band. But my thing is, every band and musician wants to succeed. Why are we blaming people for utilizing their resources? It never made sense to me. It never will make sense to me. I actually made a video about this on TikTok last night, and I woke up to so many people that were mad at me for no reason. In the video, I clearly stated that I was basically talking about people who comment specific bands and call them TikTok bands. And the bands I used, for example, were bands like Glare, Julie, and Wisp. So many people were defending Glare and Julie and saying they're not a TikTok band. They blew up way before that. I'm just like, I know that. I didn't say they're a TikTok band. I feel like a lot of people took it the wrong way. I thought I was quite clear with my subtitles, my editing skills, my background. What I was saying is those bands get lumped into the conversation whenever I see comments. And I was just like, bro, nobody's understanding my message right now. Nobody gets what I'm trying to say. I mean, some of those bands follow me and I respect them, you know. Why would I disrespect them? But yeah, that really made me quite mad and upset. I'm like, do you guys miss the point of this whole video? I'm not saying any of what you think I'm saying. For the most part, I'm agreeing with you. You guys are kind of agreeing with me too. You guys are like, what? That doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. These aren't those situations, you know. But let me calm down. I guess the younger crowds have such an anger and animosity inside them that once they saw my video, they were like, they just snapped, man. They were like, ah! They just kept barking at me. I was like, chill out. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. I feel like TikTok ban, naming, calling people that stupid, never made no sense. I don't have a band, but if I had a band and I would want them to blow up, I'd use TikTok to promote my band. It's just promotion, marketing, all this stuff. I don't know. I feel like you got to spread the music. There's good music everywhere, and I just feel like we should show people where the good music is, because it's a lot harder to look for it nowadays. It's not mainstream. It's not in the public eye like that anymore. And I feel like that's fine, but good music will always prevail. Good music will always find its way to the ears of the people. I think that's all I have to say, really. TikTok ban rant. I'm done. I'm spent.